Topic: Important international institutions, agencies and fora, their structure, mandate. The decline of the WTO. Introduction. The WTO's latest ministerial conference in Buenos Aires ended with a lot of talk but no meaningful action. The last low-hanging fruit the WTO was able to garner for its members was a trade facilitation agreement at the Bali Ministerial in 2013. To present trend, growing tension between developing countries who want to address legacy issues and inequalities, and developed countries move to new issues like e-commerce and investment facilitation. Since the late 2000s, the organization has been unable to carry out a successful conduct of multilateral trade negotiations. Inability of WTO to bring together the developed and developing countries to build consensus on the whole agenda. One-sided nature of the original agreements. The North-South divide. BRICS lobby on subsidies, agriculture and food security at successive ministerial meetings. Declining role of dispute settlement body. It has not been able to enforce its rulings effectively. Negotiations are becoming more cumbersome. The US and the EU have been losing interest in multilateralism in trade. US having stepped back from its traditional leadership role when it comes to international trade. 3. US position. The US has been a reluctant participant in the WTO dispute resolution process. Thus, patchy compliance with WTO decisions in a dispute where US online gambling sites were noted to be GATS non-compliant. The US offered a $200 million settlement package to Antigua and Barbuda. However, it has only paid $2 million till now. South Korea has stated that the US has not implemented the WTO ruling on South Korean washing machines in third-party disputes. The US has taken a position that undermines the dispute settlement system. The US has refused to participate in the appointment of new judges to the apparent body. For consequences rate out threat to the entire WTO system and the dispute resolution mechanism. Trump's position of America first, and now slowly dismantling the working of the WTO system, will have long-term effects on global trade. The pendulum of global trade is swinging from the richest nations to the most populous ones. Global rule-making will face serious problems if countries take actions that lead to loss of trust in having a constructive dialogue process. Insights Mind Maps. www.insightsinIndia.com page to www.insightsos.com. 5. Need for multilateralism. Multilateral agreements within the WTO framework have far-reaching implications on global trade, unlike bilateral deals. The weakened EU and Britain need a robust multilateral system outside the WTO system. Weaker countries will be disadvantaged. Regionalism cannot be an alternative. Regional trade groups have succeeded in some places and they have not elsewhere. India's own experience with bilateral trade agreements has not always been good. The world therefore benefits from a multilateral trade body, though a fairer one than the WTO of the 1990s. 6. India's role. As the US loses interest in multilateralism in trade, India should actively try to arrest the organization's slide. India should be more actively engaged to make the WTO a more equitable organization. India needs to work on persuading all members of the WTO to return to the table and negotiate on issues like agriculture, industrial tariffs, and services. India's positions have much in common with the African nations' stand. We have to build bridges with Africa. India needed to quickly forge a larger alliance to counter the moves that are against India's interests. India's journey towards achieving $5 trillion economy is not possible without expansion of our basket of global trade. 7. Way forward. WTO needs to reinvent itself, focusing on issues where consensus can be built. BRICS can play an important role in bringing WTO back in center stage. Development and inclusiveness must remain at the heart of our work.